Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tomb Raider 1 Remastered. This is Tyrion Raider here, and today we are playing level 12, Sanctuary of the Scion, and we are going to be finding all kills, items and secrets in this playthrough. So I'll just, first of all, go to the compass, and we're going to have a look at our statistics. So, secrets found. We haven't found any yet, but there's only one secret on this level. So, this is a bit unique in Tomb Raider 1. There's only one secret to be found here, and it is quite an important secret. We are going to find what is arguably the best pair of weapons in the game. And we have 29 pickups in total, and we're going to have 15 kills. So, it doesn't show that there, but yeah, 15 kills. So, I guess we'll just get started. First off, I'm going to get out my magnums. And I'm just going to walk down here. I'll show you a bit of a strategy here. Oh, magnum's away. So we're going to be facing two mutants up here. So what we do here is we can just keep running. And here they come. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk back slowly and I'm just going to shoot them. Like this. And you'll notice they don't run at me. That's because they kind of become hypnotized when you just walk back away from them like this, and it stops them from charging. It's just something to do with their behavior. It actually stops them from charging when you walk backwards and shoot them. So you can do that to avoid getting jumped by them. One thing you can also do is you can, as you're shooting them, jump backwards like this and just shoot them. And you can use the extra room here for some space. We've closed the door now and we can't reopen that again. But if you jump over the trigger tile, which is around about here, and you just do a jump as you leave that room, what you can do is, sorry, I'm just picking up these magnum clips here as well, by the way. There are two magnum clips here. What you can do is leave that room open so you can jump back into it, but that's probably more important for pistols only playthroughs. We're not really worrying about that right now, where you might need the extra space to navigate, but you really can just walk backwards and shoot, and it works. So yeah, there's a third pair of magnum clips here, and we're going to go up now. So just going to go up onto this step, turn around, up again, and there's a fourth item here, large mini pack, so I'll just go up here. We'll be back here later, like a lot of places in this level we're going to be returning to. We're going to be returning to the first room as well, that we're just in. And as for this next part, what we can do here is we can drop down to the side here. You might want to do the safety drops and do them quickly because there is a mutant down below that will start shooting fireballs at you. So just drop down like this and start shooting. You can use the leg of this big sphinx here as a vantage point to take out that mutant. So that can help you out a bit so you aren't getting jumped by the mutant, but you can just use the walk backwards strategy to stop the mutant from jumping you. There's another pair of magnum clips here. There was a door there at the base of the Sphinx. We'll open that later. Okay, we're going to continue around this corner. More magnum clips. And beyond us is another door we'll open very soon. But for now, we'll go up this way. Jumping up onto this block. There we go. And jumping across to here, going forward a bit, I'm going to jump and grab to get onto that next platform. And over here, what you want to do, in order to line up this jump properly, what you want to do is perhaps go into the original game mode that is non-remastered, so basically going back to how we played this game in '96, and you want to line up the camera with Lara. Just press the look button to line up the camera behind her, and you want to get her into a position where she is turned in such a way that she is basically framed by the pillar in front of you. That's how you know that you're going to angle the jump correctly. So her head should be framed by the pillar like that, so it's like her head's inside the pillar but she's in front of it, if you know what I mean. The remastered camera, the effect doesn't work properly, so we're using the original game mode for that. It's a useful thing you can use with the original game mode. So just to line up jumps properly. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a running jump and grab. And you should be able to grab this without being too close to the edge and just missing the platform. We're going to jump up again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump across here. we're not going to go around the ledge that way. Like, you can just run across the ledge, but you have to get past that chomper in order to do that, and you can just do a running jump across. So there's different ways of navigating that part, but it is easier to just jump. And we picked up the small medipack as well, so just take note of that. Over here there is a lever, so we're going to flip this lever. This opens the door, and now we're going to sidestep to the right, and we're going to do a side flip to the right, which will land us on this platform with the large medipack. And we're going to try to get to the ground quickly, so we're just going to flip over like that and hang off the edge, and we're going to shimmy to the right, then we're going to drop, and we're going to drop again, and we're going to make sure we're on the ground because there is going to be a mutant flying overhead, and we don't want to get stuck. And what we want to do is we want to have plenty of room to maneuver. But one thing that can happen with this mutant in the remastered version is it can get stuck in a wall. So if it doesn't come to you straight away, you don't have to worry about it. And as you can see, if you look up there, you can see it is indeed stuck. This is something that happens in the remastered version of the game. It gets stuck. I think you can actually unstick it if you go around this way. So we'll try that now. I never had this problem with the original. I think the enemy behavior has slightly changed, but you can see it's getting stuck there. You can unstick it. I'll just jump onto this leg and see if this will unstick it. But yeah, in the original version of the game, it seems to just fly overhead properly and not have this problem. I don't know why it's happened. I think the remastered version of the game has changed the enemy movements a bit, or maybe they've misplaced the enemy object or something. But anyway, we're going to continue on because that is indeed stuck. So you look at the right leg of the Sphinx here, and then you turn around. You'll find this little block here. You can climb onto it. Then you climb onto the one next to it. Then you can jump backwards, and you can also jump forwards here. And what you can do is you can pick up this little magnum clip here. You can also just continue on here if you want to. There is that mutant stuck above, so we'll just take note of that. I don't know if it will unstick as we do this. Sounds like it unstuck. No, it didn't. I just heard the flapping and thought it unstuck, but it did not. Anyway, we're going to just keep going. Oh, there it goes. Ah, come on. Okay, it's still flying into the wall. So we did manage to get rid of it then. Bit annoying. But we're going to be going to that door we saw before, so I'm just going to keep going. Just be careful climbing these blocks because this is a bit of trial and error trying to navigate around the rocks around the edge of this cave area because it can be a bit of a hazard. You might also notice out here, and you might have noticed this as we went past, that there is a floating object there. If we go into our camera mode and we just go over to it, we'll notice that it is actually a pair of weapons that we do not have yet. So this is the Uzis, and this is the first place where you can get the Uzis. You find them quite late in the game, but with the Uzis, they're the best dual wield weapon you have in the game. They're the fastest ones, and they take down enemies quite quickly. You do have your shotgun for close range encounters still, but these are arguably the best weapon in the game. They seem to be floating on an invisible platform. We'll get to that soon, but I'm just pointing them out here in case you wonder what that is floating there. It's the Uzi. So before we worry about that, let's just go into this room. And we're going to push that block over. We're going to run around to the other side. We're going to jump on it. Oop, not into the wall, Lara, onto the block. Onto the block. And side jump. And in here, there will be a Centaur. We can jump into this room if we want to and start doing side jumps to avoid the flying fireballs, meatballs, whatever you want to call them. But what we can do also is just stand at this door, and we can do a side flip if it starts shooting meatballs at us. So this strategy is probably a bit safer, but you can do either one. You can run in and do the side jumps, or you can just stand in the doorway. As soon as the fireballs start getting thrown, you jump to the side. As soon as it stops, you can jump to the side just as a precautionary measure as well. because sometimes it's hard to see if there's a fireball being thrown because Lara's head's in the way. So as soon as it stops and looks like it's doing something, you can just jump to the side. Just to be on your best mode of caution, because it can throw those meatball things at you and they hurt Lara. Anyway, we got the Ankh from that room. We also got a small medipack. So we picked up those two things. And if we go down here, we'll go down to where we picked up this large medipack, and there's a mutant just out here. Be careful because it can shoot meatballs as well. I just want to... There we go, she's targeting it now. If it starts throwing meatballs, just hide behind this rock here. That will stop them from hitting you, and you can just jump back out. And you can keep the action button down when you're holding your weapons out, and Lara won't lose lock of the mutant. She'll keep following it around. Anyway, we're going to be doing this in a minute, jumping up to here, because we are going to go up on top of the Sphinx soon. But what we'll do first is we're actually going to go back down. We're going to go back down, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as we did last time, except we're going to go a different way. So I'm just going to go back to that block where we were before, and we're going to take a different route this time. There are different ways of navigating this. You can do things in different orders, but what we're going to do is we're going to jump here. And then we're going to do a running jump to here. Up. Lucky we have that platform below to save us. Sometimes you're not so lucky, but we'll just climb up there. Pretend that didn't happen. Now we're going to go up. And over here we can take a bit of a shortcut. So we'll walk back carefully to the edge, and we'll aim Lara for this block up here, and we're just going to do a jump and grab. So that saves you going all the way around. And the only thing that you'll have on the right side of Lara at this point that's useful is these little pair of magnum clips. So pick those up. And we're going to proceed on. So doing some jumps. And there's going to be another flying mutant thing here, and that particular flying mutant doesn't get stuck like the other one. So what we want to do, let's hang off the edge and see what's below us. We don't want to drop there. We can drop here. Just check first, because you want to be close to the ground, because it gives you a better vantage point to shoot the mutants. You don't want to be stuck up on a high ledge. So it's over there. Ah. There we go. Mutant down. Now we can just do the same thing again. Get back to where we were before. So I'm going to climb on this thing. Climb up here. I think we're on a different set of rocks, but it gets us back to this little platform here, which is where we want to go. Okay, back to where we were before the mutant interrupted. We're just going to do a series of standing jumps here. Just be careful and line yourself up if necessary, because you don't want to fall. Now, if we look around the corner here, I think we can do a well-angled standing jump here, so we'll just curve around the corner a bit as we do it, and that works. Maybe just save your game before doing that, or if you're doing a no loads, no meds type challenge, just practice it first. Then a running jump and grab to here. We just picked up a shotgun shell, and we've got another one over here. Pick up that as well. And if we just do another running jump to this platform, we can see now that we are right across from the Uzi clips. So the Uzi, well, not the Uzi clips, the actual Uzi this time. So finally we're at the actual Uzi. So as you can see, those Uzi clips, well, you can't actually see this, but the Uzi clips are actually on the edge of an invisible platform, and that platform is flush with this platform here. So what we want to do, just as a precaution, I'll stand near the higher end of this platform, and what we can do to line her up perfectly is we can hang over the edge, climb back up, and then flip, and we're going to do our running jump and grab to the platform. And we're going to hold down control until she grabs, and we're just going to have faith in that. But as you can see, the Uzi clips are here, and the secret chime dings when you pick them up. So now we've got the oozes, we're going to have an immediate problem to deal with, which is 2 more mutants flying towards us. So just be very careful on this platform, always walk. Never trust it and run because it's only a 1-tile platform. So you can so easily fall off and you just fall to your death. Mutant 1, there's another one over there. The mutants rarely, if ever, attack you on this platform, they just fly overhead. They can get back at you by exploding on top of you, so just be mindful of that if you're low on health. So anyway, what we want to do is we want to make sure we get back to this platform. So what I like to do is just make sure Lara is flush with the platform across from her that we're going to jump back to. You can sort of check it by looking down below. Like you can sort of check your line up with the Sphinx leg behind you just to see how horizontally aligned you are. So we're pretty horizontally aligned. We can sort of see the bricks and stuff. So we want to jump to sort of the left edge, so the lower edge, so we can actually grab on. So I think we're lined up properly. So we're going to do a jump back now. And we're going to run. We're going to jump and we're going to grab. And that did work. So now what we want to do is, this is basically a dead end and it just leads back to where we were going before. So we'll just carefully drop down here. You might shimmy to this place because this gives us less chance of fall damage. Just slide down there like that. So no fall damage there. We've gotten the Uzi clips. And what we want to do now is, you'll notice that before, when that other mutant attacked us, like just before we did that, we actually activated a lever up there and that's opened another door. So we're going to go down now. We are going to go down around the Sphinx to the other side where we picked up magnum clips before, and we are going to go on the hunt for another Ankh because we need 2 of those. So we're going to go around this corner and we're going to go in here. And we've got another room now open in here. So what we do here is we slide down backwards and shimmy to the left. You can also just drop in the water and climb out. It's no big deal. So more magnum clips here. Climbing up here. And now we've got a series of climbs to do. And if you go to your left, we'll just detour to the left. We'll just carefully hop down. Few more blocks and we're going to drop into the pool because there is a gold key here. It looks like a sapphire key, but it's actually a gold key this time. That's its name. But yeah, same graphic as the sapphire key in previous levels. So we're just going to jump back up. These you can get up by just hopping backwards and jumping on top of them. And we're going to climb up some more steps. Just climb and jump your way through these. And for this next slide and jump, what you're going to do is you're only going to jump once you get to the very end. You're going to jump and grab. So slide all the way to the very end and then jump and grab at the last second. And you should be able to make it to the bridge. And if you don't, you just fall into the water. So just try it again. Anyway, we've got a little lock for the gold key here. And we're going to turn around and there's going to be a Centaur in here. We can run into this room. And this time I'm actually going to run into the room and do the side jump thing. Because what happens if we don't do this is, if it shoots meatballs at us, which it's doing now, and we're on the bridge, the only choice we have is to drop off the bridge. So with this one, unless you're on very low health, which you sometimes can be on low health in this level, what you can do is you can just run into the room and just do the side jumps. Just be a bit swift like that, like be confident in what you're doing. And there's another small medipack in here. So I'm just going to back into the water here. There we go. And we're going to climb out here. Once again, jumping, hopping back, jumping, hopping back. And we're just going to leave this place now. We're just going to carefully drop hang there just to make sure we don't go down too fast and get fall damage from it. And around the corner, we can just do a jump there. Now, jump, grab, and climb up. And we're going to leave this place. And what we want to do now, so I didn't realize there was an extra corner there, but what we're going to do now is we're actually going to climb back up onto the Sphinx. So I'm just going to go to the other leg because there is a place where we can climb up. on the other leg, so we're just going to go around. No need to climb the rocks again. You can climb the rocks again and get back to the top of the Sphinx. But we can just do it more quickly this way. So just climb up there. There's a mound of sand there, so you can get on the Sphinx leg, the right leg, and climb up these rocks here. Same way as we got down from here the first time. And we're back on the Sphinx's back. So now we want to get on top of the Sphinx's head. So what we want to do here is we just climb on this rock, as I pointed out before. Running jump to there. Jump up and grab here. Just be careful you don't fall here. And over to your left is a receptacle for an Ankh. So put the Ankh there. There we go. And we have been given a vision of the door down below. So we're just going to carefully drop hang here. Safety drop, whatever you want to call it. There's another receptacle here. Like I said, unless you've saved your game recently, just be careful you don't fall off. And if you have saved your game, feel free to dive off the Sphinx and die and do whatever you want. As long as it's not a no loads, no meds or something. But yeah, do whatever you want. But just be careful up here if you don't want Lara to suddenly fall and crunch. Anyway, we're just going to slide back off here. We can just drop here. She doesn't take damage, but we have opened the door down below. So we're just going to slide down here. Whoop. Slight fall damage. But we haven't taken damage yet, so we've done a pretty good job. But yeah, I could have gone a bit further down that back of the Sphinx there and then had a bit of a safer drop. But let's not worry. Let's just jump into this area here. So we're in a big pool now, and we see two statues, one of a big bird god and one of Anubis, which is a dog-looking god. I think the bird god might be Osiris, but I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, I think I picked up an item here. I think that was a shotgun shell over here. There's two items here. There's also Uzi clips here. So just pick up both those items, and once you picked up both of them, you can also surface if you feel like you're going to run out of air. If you spent some time searching for the item, it's probably good to just surface here. You can see the statues there, cool. And we're going to swim back under. Now our air bar is full because we're going to swim right under Anubis here, because there is a little doorway. And we'll get taken up by the current, so we don't have to worry too much about our air. Just make sure you're not too empty. Anyway, we're climbing on this block now. We've climbed out the water, so we're just going to do a standing jump and grab to here. And we're going to do a running jump and grab to here. Slightly diagonal, just make sure she's lined up properly. And over here, we've got our Uzis out. So we're going to be dealing with another flying mutant here. I hope this will behave, because sometimes it can climb onto the platform with you. So be prepared if it does. Okay, it's behaving today. You can drop hang below if it doesn't behave. I have noticed that some of this flying mutant behavior is a bit strange in the remastered. If the flying mutant's giving you trouble, you can drop onto Osiris below. I'm pretty sure it's called Osiris, the bird god. Okay. So yeah, we're above the statues now, and we have drained the water. We took the water away with the current, so it's all drained out now. So what we've got here is the two statues have been properly exposed. So they're above water now, and we're above water, so we can keep navigating this place now. So I just dropped down to this little platform here. Where did I even come from? Yeah, I think I dropped from a fair height, but she didn't take fall damage. But yeah, I just dropped onto this, and now you just do a running jump, and you can just grab onto the top of Anubis here. And there is a hidden large mini-pack here, so a hidden large mini-pack over there. Now what we want to do is we want to have a safe place to dive into the water. So we're going to drop here. We're going to drop again. And now we're going to carefully walk out to the edge. And if you aim right, you should be able to aim in between the statues, and you can probably jump to that block below if you want to, like have a little bit of a safer space to dive down. Just step back a bit because it is a lower platform. So yeah, you can jump here. And when you've jumped here, you can basically just tap Lara off and drop into the pool if you want to. I think even from here, like you could literally just drop hang. That might be a bit far, but I'm just going to test it the other way around. Yeah, you can literally just drop hang here. No need to go in the water. And like you can do a dive there though, but I went down in the most careful way possible. But there is a lever here, so we're going to flip that. And under Cyrus, if I have gotten that god's name right, there is a little door. So we do get a bit of a dive in there. Wait, is a bird god called Ra? I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to look up the Egyptian gods now. Anyway, running up, there's magnum clips here, and there's also magnum clips a bit further up. Just keep running up because this is a long and peaceful trek. Back up to where we came from, the first room that we were in. Not the very first room because that room's closed off, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we're finally there. I don't know if you would have seen this behind the gate before. I didn't highlight it before, but there is an artifact to pick up, and if you look into the room over there, we can see it's the room we started off in with the big staircase and the mutants. So what we do is we just pick up this artifact, and there'll be a battle here, so get your guns out and start walking backwards slowly, like we did with the mutants at the very beginning. So we're going to use the same tactic here, just walk backwards slowly, because there are two mutants here. They don't seem to be coming for us, so just stand here for a bit until you see them. There we go. Now walk backwards slowly. That didn't work as well as I thought, but I think it worked on one of them. Just going to stand here. We didn't take any damage, so maybe that's still a worthy strat. It seemed to work on one of them. Okay, don't worry about that strategy here. It doesn't work. I think you have to, like, really just walk back the whole time. Like, don't stand still, because then they can do it. They can just jump here. But anyway, we got the Centaur down, and now we are back in the start room. And we've only got a little bit of health, which is almost traditional for this level. Like, usually, if you're doing no loads, no meds, there's a good chance you're going to be on low health by the end of this. But we've taken down 2 Centaurs and 2 mutants. What we're going to do here is we have the Scarab, which is the artifact we just picked up. So we're going to put that in the receptacle now. And we're going to carefully walk forward and pick up 2 items. And the reason why we're carefully walking forward is if we walk too far, we'll slide down the slope and be unable to get back up. So we'll check our statistics here because we are passing a point of no return. So as you'll see here, there's only 1 pickup to go and only 1 more kill to go. So what we do here is we just slide down the slope. Over here, I think I want to get my shotgun out. It feels appropriate because we're going to be facing someone we haven't faced since Tumaquallapec. So because I'm on low health, I'm just going to hide behind the pillar and use that.
And it's telling me funny ideas now, like to shoot
you can see,
to hell.
You can see Larson there. Shoot him. Oh, I think he got me. There we go. He's down. Got an achievement for that. He doesn't drop anything, and this is just a peaceful room. But what we can do here is you'll notice the third piece of the Scion is just floating there. So what you do is you just reach out and grab it, and there's your level. Sanctuary of the Scion complete. And we did that in less than half an hour, which is pretty cool. We got the Uzi secret, got 29 pickups, 15 kills, and we're done. And now, because we're moving on to a new location, we are going to get a few cutscenes. So I'm going to play those now and let you watch those. Hope you enjoyed this video. hope it was informative if you're learning about Tomb Raider 1 and perhaps want to do challenges with it. But I enjoyed making it, and thank you for joining me. So here are the cutscenes, I guess, and I'll join you next time. Bye.
You just pulled the tough end of a wishbone. Howdy.
Afternoon,
Left Larson sucking wind then, eh?
if that is the phrase.
Well, your little vacation riot's over now. Time to give back what you've hijacked off me.
Let's try the lunchbox.
Well, kill her!
Hey!
You morons! Let's go.
What the heck was that? What? That away. Probably just a fish. Hand me some fish, kid. Man, you have got to learn to chill. I'm going back inside. You coming? Steady. Here she goes.
We ready yet?